So yeah, we better get this right.
Right now, the fate of abortion in Wisconsin, how we got here, and what comes next.
Plus, how the Madison Metropolitan School District adapted to issues with busing and how families are reacting. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to News 3 Now this morning on this Tuesday. I'm Kyrie Lee.
And I'm Chris Stanford. Thanks so much for joining us. Got some cold air out there this morning, some parts of the viewing area in the teens this morning. You ready for that cold weather?
No, I don't like weather that hurts my face. I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, come on.
I mean, I know it's coming. I know it's November, so we just got to brace ourselves. But this is just the beginning.
All right, we're not talking temps quite that cold yet.
No, thankfully.
Yeah. Savannah's on the patio where you can see your breath out there this morning.
Yeah, you could see my breath out there. You still can. Winds, that's the difference. Yesterday, we had wind chills factored in most of the day for Veterans Day. We don't have one out there right now, but temperatures are a lot cooler this morning compared to yesterday morning. Some areas are actually waking up to 25 to even close to 38 degrees cooler. We had the 50s yesterday, trading that in for the mid-30s right now, and that's not even as cool as what areas west and northwest of Madison are waking up to. Those places have widespread 20s, and even Black River Falls sitting at a chilly 18 this morning. The good news is we'll see warmer temperatures this afternoon, warming into near the 50-degree mark, most of us into the upper 40s. Still not as warm as what we're tracking for this upcoming weekend, but we do have rain ahead of that. Well, that'll be mainly tomorrow evening into the overnight hours. We'll talk about the portions of Thursday that it could affect, and then into next week, the active pattern that we're actually going to return to. That's coming up.
All right, Savannah, thank you. The Wisconsin Supreme Court hearing arguments on Wisconsin's 175-year-old abortion ban.
2 years ago, a decision by the U.S. Supreme Court made abortion illegal in Wisconsin. This ruling made an 1849 ban go into effect. Last year, a Dane County judge essentially threw out that 1800s law, making abortion legal once again in Wisconsin. The Wisconsin Supreme Court has taken a look at that Dane County decision, which led to often tense arguments on the bench.
You kidding me? We're trying to figure out if medical providers here are going to be able to save women's lives. So yeah, we better get this right.
The justices debated over whether newer laws on abortion effectively repeal that abortion ban from more than 100 years ago. The state Supreme Court currently has a liberal majority, so it's likely they'll uphold the lower court's decision and keep abortion legal in Wisconsin.
News 3 Now has been listening to your concerns about school buses at the Madison Metro School District and buses running late and, well, not on time. So what has the district done to make sure that your kids get to school safely and efficiently this year? And what does the future look like? Our Arman Rahman went to officials to find out.
Oh. Jay Mishra says this year he's no longer worried about things spinning out of control when he gets his kids on the school bus to Olson Elementary every morning.
We don't feel any trouble this year. It is way better than the last year.
Last year was First Student Inc.'s first year operating school buses for the Madison Metropolitan School District. Mike Herding is the special assistant to the MMSD superintendent.
Last year, with the national shortage of drivers, we just didn't have enough drivers to do all the routes.
At that time, News 3 Now brought you stories from parents who said their kids' buses were late in the morning, dropped them off late in the evening, or in one instance,
we should not be waiting until one of these kids gets lost.
Dropped a child off at the wrong bus stop, forcing them to ask a stranger for a ride home.
We started with a 2-tier. We weren't able to deliver on that, so we had to go to a 3-tier system, which is where we are today.
That meant changing school start and end times to adjust to the transportation woes that Mishra remembers well.
Last year, initially, when school started, so it had little glitches because they wanted to know the route, different drivers were there.
Now, Herding says the district has about 127 bus drivers.
So we have a little leeway, but we're actively encouraging people to drive school bus or be attendants as we continue to be able to provide more services to our schools.
He says they hope to get more drivers to provide transportation home from after-school programs and other activities. But after last year, the district's next stop on the route to progress was starting this school year smoothly.
New routes, new students, they may get on the wrong bus or not know exactly where it's going to go.
And those bumps in the road did happen, but the district says things stayed on track so far. Herding says for the month of October, yellow buses had been on time 98% of the time.
But this time we feel it is perfectly nice. It comes actually 5 minutes early.
I reached out to other parents to see what they thought, and while they couldn't speak on camera, they agree buses have been more reliable this year.
We occasionally get a concern about a bus stop. And we, both First Student and MMSD, take a look at it to make sure it's safe.
There are about 1,600 yellow bus stops in MMSD.
Although every time you add a bus stop, it adds minutes to the route and can create problems down the line.
Now the district is gearing up for a route that can be new every year, the winter driving season.
The first couple of snowstorms, we'll see late buses. We expect that.
But until then, they feel satisfied with the bus service.
I'm generally happy.
And Mishra's kids can keep their minds spinning about the bigger stuff.
I'm horrible at math.
Well, in other news, the White House is racing to distribute remaining funds from key legislation before President-elect Donald Trump takes office. The efforts reflect how the Biden administration is working to shore up key initiatives. After dropping out of the 2024 race in July, Biden tasked his team with ramping up the implementation of key legislation. It includes the $1.2 trillion bipartisan infrastructure law.
Congress returns to Washington today after an extended election recess. Lawmakers face an urgent to-do list and a ticking clock. They have 5 weeks to pass a funding bill to keep the government open. Another pressing concern is that this fiscal year's National Defense Authorization Act is on the table. The House and Senate both need a version so they can pass it in both chambers. Congress also faces pressure to approve more disaster relief funds. And some farm bill programs expire at the end of this year, and the debt ceiling will be reinstated January 2nd.
And as the leaves fall, crews are working to dispose of piles properly. That's so they can avoid phosphorus going into water systems. In Monona, 3 vacuum leaf trucks need new names. Polls will close next Tuesday and the winner will be announced next Wednesday. So here's some names. The names include Keanu Leaves, Leaf It Bee, Leaf Laugh Love, Leaf It to Beaver. And some others are Russell McGatherleaf, Truck Lepagus, and Lothar the Leaf Slayer. You can vote for your favorite on the city's website.
Some good ones on there. I love a good naming contest.
Yeah, any of those names stick out to you guys at all?
Keanu Leaves. I mean, if that doesn't win, if that's not one of the winners, that was really good.
I feel like it's easy to play on his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice. How about you? You like any of those?
I said, just because I use this phrase a lot, leaf it to beaver. Because I always say, like, when I do something, I'm like, yeah, leave it to beaver to do something silly. Like, that's, yeah, but that's just me.
You gotta go on and vote for that one then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Make it happen.
Yeah, well, all those leaves are falling off the trees. That's been the case the last couple of weeks because of the breezy conditions. That's still going to be the case. And the difference this morning, it is cold out there.
All right. Also ahead, we're talking Badger women's soccer. Winning big, what their record is, and what comes next for the program.
And our coverage of Veterans Day continues this morning. We're live in Baraboo this morning with where veterans can get a free dinner today and how you can support their mission.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning, brought to you by Toyota.
Dear unbreakable spirit, when the terrain is gnarly, you steady us. When obstacles are ahead, you lift us. When the turf is hostile, you inspire us. Own a legend. Toyota Trucks.
Right now, lease a new 2024 Tacoma for $299 a month or get 3.99% APR for 72 months on a new Tacoma. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Score the lowest prices of the year right now at Brothers Main's Black Friday sale. You won't find lower prices anywhere. And enjoy our free delivery. Shop family-owned Brothers Main's low price guarantee on brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Amana. Feel like family. Brothers Main.
Ready to embark
on an exclusive journey into the lives of UW's top athletes? News 3 Now sports director Zach Hanley takes you inside Wisconsin Huddle, a one-of-a-kind 30-minute weekly special. It's more than just highlights. It's more than X's and O's. It's an inside look into the world of Big Ten college athletes, from their journey to Madison to insights on how they prepare for competition. Watch Wisconsin Huddle Friday nights at 6:30 on WISC-TV. Brought to you by TDS Telecom.
What if Juliet got a second chance at life after Romeo? And Juliet, the new hit Broadway musical and the most fun you'll have in a theater. I got the eye of the time. Created by the Emmy-winning writer from Schitt's Creek and pop music's #1 hit maker. And Juliet is exactly what we need right now. Playing November 26th through December 1st at Overture Center. Tickets at overture.org.
Want a flatter, tighter tummy? Then check out new Ab EX from Sono Bello.
After my pregnancies, my body just never bounced back. I had this stomach overhang that made me self-conscious.
Emotionally, it was really sad. Feeling good up here, but you look down and you don't.
After having my babies, it went a different direction. From here, it went to here, and I just couldn't get rid of that.
Introducing Ab EX from Sono Bello. Remove fat and lose excess skin permanently in just one visit.
I got the tummy tuck results without the tummy tuck downtime.
And I finally got the flat stomach I wanted.
I'm able to get back in my size 8 jeans. I feel sexy, I feel confident.
It feels good to feel good and look good. The mommy belly is gone.
Schedule your free, no obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-888-557-5298 or go to sonobello.com.
Old Spice Gentleman's Super Hydration Body Wash. Vanilla and shea. 24/7 moisturization with vitamin B3.
Are you using all the Old Spice?
Oops.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
We are back at 6:11 here on your Tuesday, finding out what's going on in the 608 today. You know, we're continuing our Veterans Day coverage with an opportunity for veterans to get a free dinner tonight.
Josh Spider is live in Baraboo with how the community is coming together later today. Josh, good morning.
Hey, good morning to you guys. We are at Baraboo Elks Lodge this morning. This is where we are going to be having a free dinner later on this evening, and this is going to be the place to be. And I can see lead photographer Mark Schilling scrambling here. We got to get your microphone on here, Eric, as we're doing this live interview, live TV for you. There we go. We're good to go.
Perfect.
So you never know what's going to happen on live TV. Eric Hinster, one of the leading officers here at Baraboo Elks Lodge. And you guys do this every single year. And what's kind of the purpose behind it?
Basically what we do it, I've been doing it for 30 plus years. The main reason is just to give something back to our veterans. I'm a veteran myself, so it's a very important thing for me to give back to other veterans. Just for their service and their sacrifice that they've given to our country. It's something small we can give back to them, and they can come in for a warm meal if they want to and have some camaraderie with some of their other fellow veterans.
Well, thank you for your service.
Yes, thank you.
I know this is a week we're honoring all of our local veterans, and this community really rallies behind each other.
We do. The Elks is an awesome organization. We have a lot of members. We have 200 members in the community. There is a core group of us that do a lot of things for the club, but our community is always behind us as far as either volunteering with us or donating money so we can help either less fortunate or other charities that we have in the community.
So you guys have been doing this Veterans Day dinner for many, many years.
Many years. I don't have an exact number for you, Josh, unfortunately, but it's been as long as I can remember, and even some of the older members as long as they can remember. So we've been doing it every year. Normally we do a spaghetti dinner. That's an all-you-can-eat type of thing, but this year I ended up being the chair of the veteran committee, so I wanted to try something different. I talked to the guy that did it last year. He said, by all means, go ahead and do something different. So this year we're going to do meatloaf and mashed potatoes, green beans. We're going to have a salad bar and then dinner roll and some treats afterwards.
So 4:30 to 7:30 here this evening.
Roughly, yep. And I don't know how many people we're going to be serving. Usually it's 40 to 50, but this year might be a little bit more now that we're doing this. So.
You've been busy making that meatloaf, I hear.
Very busy, yeah. A lot of us that volunteer here have full-time jobs, so we work our full-time full-time job, and then afterwards we come in and volunteer here to get all this wonderful stuff taken care of.
So as we mentioned, meals free for veterans, but other folks can come in and support you guys as well.
Absolutely. So any veteran in the community can get a free meal. If they want to bring their spouse or their kids, the spouse would, if they're not a veteran, is $10 a plate, and then the kids is $5, which is a kid's meal. It's a little bit smaller portions, but still the same exact food. And then other people in the community, if they want to stop by, by all means, we're not going to turn them away. Obviously, we're not a full-service kitchen, so I only made so many meatloafs, so when it's gone, it's gone. But yeah, by all means, anybody can come in and grab something to eat.
Yeah, and of course, Veterans Day is just one day a year, but how can folks support you 365 days out of the year?
Come down to your local Elks Lodge, knock on the door. It is a fraternal and private club. You have to be a member to be in here, but you can come and knock on the door. We will always invite you in and talk to you about what things you can do to help our community and help volunteer. If you don't want to become an Elks member, by all means, you can donate monies to the club as well to help us with our other programs that we have.
Awesome. Well, tonight this is going to be the place to be, starting at 4:30.
It is going to be.
Awesome, Eric. Thank you so much for your time this morning. We appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I have all of this information up on channel3000.com as well, including the time. And of course, he mentioned the meatloaf. He's been busy making that meatloaf, guys. So it's going to be a nice, tasty dinner as we honor our veterans once again today.
Sounds like a nice little spread there they got for the vets.
Yes, and just another way to give back to them who deserve everything.
That and so much more. Josh Breider, thanks for telling everybody about that this morning.
Well, remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. You can reach out either on social media or email us at inthe608@WISC-TV.com for a chance to be featured.
All right, 6:15, checking in with meteorologist Vanna Brito on your first warn forecast. Hey there.
Hey, we're still tracking cooler temperatures, but Dane County and Madison, not as cool as what we're tracking. We have widespread 20s. That's mainly up by the Dells, northwest of that area, and mainly west of Boscobel, but 36 here in Madison. Our winds are light, meaning there's no wind chill factored in right now, at the moment at least. A change from yesterday all day for Veterans Day when we were about 10 degrees cooler than actual air temperatures. That's what it felt like out there. By 10 a.m. we'll be up to 42, pushing the upper 40s by lunchtime. That's when winds are going to increase a little bit. It's not going to be as breezy today, but sustained winds up to about 10 to 15 miles per hour. Gusts could potentially reach 20. That is better than what we had yesterday, though. Dry all day today with some sun, early clouds increase late, and then rain chances, those are going to move in, I would say, between 5 and 6 p.m. tomorrow evening at the earliest, mainly west of Madison, so pushing that dinner time hour. But the good news is we'll be dry early in the day and then through the lunchtime, even mid-afternoon. The showers, though, are going to become more widespread. We will have pockets of heavier rain. This is pushing now 8 p.m. and then into the overnight hours. That will continue. Even into Thursday, you can see that low pressure system in the area of circulation that moves in just southwest of Monroe, tracks in near Janesville, so that will leave shower chances in through about mid to late morning. After lunchtime Thursday, that's when I think we'll start to clear up, though, and some sun should return out there, especially into Friday, ahead of the next rain chance we could see over the weekend. But still tracking above average temperatures. This will take us through the next about week. That and the ridge is separating the cooler air, and below average temperature is actually expected for the Pacific Northwest and southwestern portions of the United States. For precipitation during that same time frame, we are going to get back into a little bit of an active pattern. This is the week leading up to the week of Thanksgiving, and I do think mainly areas southwest of here, there are several systems that are going to affect that part of the country. But for us, we're still going to be active with a couple chances of rain. That's Wednesday into Thursday. Maybe something over the weekend. It does not look like a great chance, but I think a better chance mid to late week next week again.
The last time that we saw Wisconsin football, they lost handily to the Hawkeyes. Now, fresh off of a bye week, they'll host top-ranked Oregon on Saturday night, and what will be the third top-5 team to come into Camp Randall this season. Now, not only is Oregon undefeated and the top-ranked team in the country, their offense is elite. The Badgers know the tall task ahead of them and say that they'll be ready.
This is what you play for. These are these opportunities that whether anybody gives you much of a chance, you have every opportunity to go out there and earn the respect that you want. I think that's kind of the message for us, right, as we continue to push forward. We know that this is a process, whether it's how do we continue to grow offensively, how do we grow defensively, how do we grow as a culture, how do we attack weeks and games and situations like this? How do we handle, a situation like a couple weeks ago?
And for the 7th time in the last 8 seasons, the Badger women's soccer team is headed to the NCAA tournament. Wisconsin earned a 5 seed in their bracket and will host Maine for the first time ever in the first round of the tourney. The date and time of that match against the Bears will be announced at a later date. And the Brewers manager, Pat Murphy, was named a finalist for Major League Baseball's National League Manager of the Year. In Murphy's inaugural season as the Brew Crew's skipper, the skipper led them to a National League Central title, which included a postseason berth and a wild card appearance. The winner of the award will be announced next Tuesday. That's your morning sports fix. Have a terrific Tuesday.
Well, still ahead, incredible video of a new world record, and we'll take a look at the trailer for the next and perhaps last Mission Impossible movie.
And coming up in our next half hour, a senior advisor for Wisconsin football arrested. We have the details and what comes next.
And as we head to break, here's a look at your gas prices this morning. Time now 6:20. We'll be right back.
Need help with a consumer issue? Contact News 3 Now's Call for Action.
Stanton Optical believes eye care should be affordable. Right now, for only $135, you get 2 pairs of progressives, plus all this. All that costs over $200 everywhere else. Book your eye exam today. Stanton Optical, easy's our thing. Welcome to Too Good to Guess. Can you guess how much 2 pairs of progressives, a free eye exam, and anti-glare lens upgrade will cost at Stanton Optical? Only $135? Wow, a deal so good, every customer wins. Book your eye exam at Stanton Optical today.
Get a great deal and do a great deal of good when you shop at Habitat Restore. From furniture and decor to appliances and building materials, we've got everything you need for your next project. Shop our convenient East and West locations today.
It's here. Wendy's new salted caramel frosty. Rich, sweet, salted caramel? Caramel. Whatever. The iconic frosty with a salted caramel twist. Gotta be Wendy's.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Get 0% APR on select 2024 Sierra 1500 models. That's over $6,400 total value, plus no monthly payments until next year.
For an attractive offer, visit these GMC dealers today.
I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
I just this morning made a new hole in my belt, so that was super exciting.
Why are women everywhere choosing Sonobello, the advanced solution for permanent fat removal?
I saw the results immediately. It's the best I have felt since I was in my 20s.
My waist is tiny. I'm very, very happy.
I'm nearly 50, y'all, and my abs haven't been this flat since before I've had kids.
For a limited time, take advantage of Sonobello's best offer of the year. Sonobello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells for good on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
Check it out, Snatch Waist. Loving the results.
It will change your life. It did for me.
Call 1-888-510-6198 now, or go to sonobello.com to claim special pricing.
The days are shorter and the chill is setting in. Is your home ready to face the cold?
Feldco's energy-efficient windows can save you money and keep you warm this winter. Right now, buy one window and you'll get one free. Plus, no money down and no interest until 2026. Specifically designed for the Midwest, our windows are also backed by nearly 50 years of experience in the industry.
Buy one window, get one free, and soon. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
6:23, this photo from Linda. She says Lake Koshkonong on fire.
Some great colors there over the open water. Oh, it's going to be no time before we start seeing our waterways freeze over.
Oh, Chris, you don't have to bring that
Look at
up.
that. Get the, all that.
He doesn't like to add any positivity to the... he wants to,
We can focus on the fresh water.
Positive is ice skating?
Yes,
skating?
okay.
Do they have
Ice
that on the lake?
fishing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of ice fishing going on in the lakes out there. You'll see that happening. You need to be careful out there on the lakes, though, when they freeze over. But, yeah. You'll see them out there.
Yeah, I'm not ready for that.
Is there a designated area for the ice fishing, or how does that work?
Wherever they're biting.
Wherever they're biting.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, yeah. You don't have to go to Alaska to do any ice fishing. You can stay right here.
In your backyard. What are you talking about? All right, thank you, Linda. Trending this morning, a new world record that is not for anyone scared of heights. Check this out. So the record here is for the highest slack line between two hot air balloons. A couple of Germans walked the line 2,500 meters in the air, breaking the old record by 600 meters. Could you believe it? Oh my gosh. Is there any amount of money that you ladies would take?
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. 100%.
This should be illegal.
Don't even need that much money. It looks fun. As long as there's a guarantee to live. Like, I need that.
Maybe if the hot air balloons are on the ground.
Well, that takes the fun out of it, Savannah.
Oh,
yeah, literally.
I mean,
come on.
Exhilarating. Look at that reaction.
Like they have to.
Views are incredible, but not worth it.
They have to be on something more than adrenaline for this. Because, this is not it.
Pretty cool, pretty cool. All right, well, Tom Cruise is coming back with his 8th Mission Impossible film titled The Final Reckoning. So the new trailer just dropped yesterday. It shows Cruise, up to, all sorts of missions and whatnot. And of course, what's a Tom Cruise movie without him sprinting, dramatically somewhere, right? So while the studio's marketing that this could be the last Mission Impossible movie, Tom Cruise not so sure. He says that he's not totally on board with the idea. So anyway, it's going to come out May 23rd of next year. You ladies seen these movies? Have you heard of Mission Impossible?
Yes, of course I've heard of it.
Okay.
But I have not seen any. No? I have not seen 1 through and then 8 coming up.
How many have you seen?
Most.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite?
The original one was pretty special. I mean, that was back in 1996, a long time ago.
Hey.
Remember seeing that one in the theaters.
Not too much. Not too much on us 96ers.
No. Oh, you ladies didn't catch that one?
Yeah.
About in the theaters?
No.
But guys, we're tracking some sunshine today before rain chances return Wednesday. Look at all that cloud cover.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Everyone has their own idea of what fitness means to them. Here's what it means to us. We believe fitness can be more than exercise, that it can build a better tomorrow. It can change how you feel. It can build more than muscle. It can build community. And no matter what your reason, the common goal is simple. It's for a better tomorrow. Join us for a better tomorrow.
Quartz takes a different approach to health insurance. We know every life well lived is a journey, and we're here to light the way at every step. That's why for 40 years, we've been alongside the doctors and hospitals who know what their communities need. Because they're a part of them. Because we're a part of them. There's a fire burning in all of us. Let's ignite it together. Quartz. Find your spark.
At Spectrum, we believe every day unlocks unlimited possibilities to bring you closer to the people and places you love. Spectrum transforms your gaming experience into a galaxy of adventures. And with the fastest, most reliable internet, you're always front row to the entertainment you love, no matter where you are. Get Spectrum Internet Premier for $30 per month when bundled plus a 3-year price guarantee. Call 1-833-440-0029. Spectrum Internet puts streaming live TV, sports, and popular apps all at your fingertips.
The Madison Club, providing you with outstanding cuisine, extraordinary service, and an experience like you won't find anywhere else in town. Join today.
This is the Ergo Smart Base from Tempur-Pedic, and it responds to snoring, so you don't have to. So no more nudging your partner or sleeping on the other side of the house, because the Tempur Ergo Smart Base actually detects snoring, then automatically adjusts to help reduce it all night, every night.
Save up to $500 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets and get a $300 gift. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
This morning, a senior advisor for Badger football is out. The incident that prompted the decision, and we'll have a reaction from the head coach.
Plus, we break down the latest budget by the Department of Public Instruction. Find out how it addresses a key concern.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 Now this morning here on a Tuesday. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Kyrie Lee. Hope your morning is off to a great start. If you're not, feeling like you're fully awake yet, just
step outside.
Just step outside for a little bit.
Jolt you away real quick.
Yes, real quick. And that's where meteorologist Savannah Brito is standing out there. How's it feeling this morning?
Oh, not my cup of tea, guys. You might want a warm cup of coffee before heading outside. Temperatures widespread 20s. That's what we're waking up to west and northwest of Madison. Black River Falls even holding on to the teens. We're a little warmer than that. Actually, a few degrees above average across Dane County and Madison, sitting in the mid, couple of upper 30s. That's towards Janesville and then also eastward towards Waukesha and Milwaukee, but will be warmer today. We're waking up to some thicker clouds right now across Madison, but we will see some breaks, partly to mostly sunny skies, and then clouds increase again tonight ahead of the rain that's going to return Wednesday. Most of tomorrow is still looking dry, but it's really the second half of the day and overnight when we're tracking pretty heavy of showers returning for Madison and pretty much all of southern Wisconsin. Active next week, though. We'll talk about how many chances of rain we could see coming up. All right, Savannah, thank you. To Badger football this morning, senior advisor Jack Del Rio is leaving his position. It comes after police arrested him for OWI last Friday in Madison. It happened at the intersection of South Sego Road and Keating Terrace. Police say Del Rio crashed into a street sign, broke a fence, and came to a rest in a yard. They say they saw Del Rio walking away after the crash. Police say the former NFL coach showed signs of impairment and admitted to being the one driving. Head coach Luke Fickell spoke about the incident and the resignation.
He's going to move forward, and he's going to resign and move on. But it's a tough situation. Decisions that all of us have to, be able to, take full responsibility for. And so that's what Jack will do, and we'll continue to move forward. None of he nor me or anybody in our athletic department wants to take away the distractions or have a distraction from what the task is at hand.
Del Rio joined the Badgers as a special advisor before the season. This followed a lengthy NFL career. He played in the league for 11 seasons and coached for another 12. Del Rio released a statement confirming his resignation. He thanked Coach Fickell for the chance to work at Wisconsin. The Badgers host Oregon this Saturday. New this morning, school districts across the state are moving forward with referendums. On Election Day, voters approved more than 100 questions, pumping more than $4 billion into local schools. Now, that's roughly the same amount proposed by State Superintendent Jill Underly. She proposed a budget that begins to repair what she calls an unfair funding system. Our Michelle Renee Quinn is here with the details this morning.
Good morning, Chris and Kyrie. Now, Jill Underly's proposed budget is an attempt to correct the current system that she says discriminates against students with disabilities. It proposes increasing special ed reimbursement to 90% by fiscal year 2027. Right now, the reimbursement is at 33%. Rather than districts filling the gap with general funds, a reimbursement increase like this would free up over $1.16 billion a year in unreimbursed special ed costs. Dr. Underly says that the time to invest in Wisconsin children is now.
The state has an opportunity because we have a surplus. We have a critical opportunity to reinvest in public education and ensure our schools have what they need to ensure our kids' success. Especially important is that these investments will significantly reduce the number of referendum for operating costs in local communities.
So far, Dr. Underly has proposed $4 billion in funding for students. Other funding would support student nutrition, youth mental health support, and $60 million to help resolve staffing challenges and retain teachers. Underly's up for re-election this spring. Right now, her only challenger is Sauk Prairie School District Superintendent Jeff Wright.
All right, with that funding surplus, a lot of departments are going to be fighting for that additional money, and it's a long process until that final budget will be approved. All right, Michelle Renee Quinn, thanks for that information this morning. 6:34 now. To the cost of borrowing money, it is slowly going down. Mortgage rates, though, remain high. Last week, the Federal Reserve cut the benchmark rate 1/4 point. It lowered borrowing costs for banks to between 4.5 to 4.75 percentage point. Freddie Mac, though, says the 30-year fixed-rate mortgage inched up last week to 6.79%. Economists blame the drop in the number of homes on the market.
Home prices hitting new record highs with each passing month, and this is simply due to the fact that we have a housing shortage. It's frustrating to see that, but it's not surprising.
Only 24% of housing sales last month went to first-time home buyers. Economists predict the new normal for mortgage rates could be closer to 6%.
Now to an update. The man suspected of murdering 2 teens in Delphi, Indiana, will go to prison. A jury found 52-year-old Richard Allen guilty of 2 counts of murder in the 2017 case. Allen murdered 13-year-old Abigail Williams and 14-year-old Liberty German. Investigators found the teens' bodies near their hometown of Delphi. Now, jurors heard evidence for more than 2 weeks. They saw video Liberty German captured on her cell phone just before being killed.
He confessed more than 60 times. And what the defense also said is, well, there wasn't that smoking gun, so to speak, that literally showed the murder. That often is not present. That's not the standard that jurors need to go by. And so what the jury found here clearly is that at least one of those 60 confessions was credible.
Allen faces up to 130 years in prison when he's sentenced in December.
A recall alert this morning. Costco is recalling nearly 80,000 pounds of Kirkland butter. They accidentally left an allergen off the label. That allergen is milk. The recall began after someone found some packaging that didn't include the contains milk label. The FDA has not shared the recalls connected to any illnesses. Well, Veterans Day may be over, but there's a local neighborhood paying tribute all week long.
Operation Greenlight is one way Americans are honoring people who have served our country. Our Merrill Hubbard shows us.
My neighbor Mike and I both displayed a green light last year, and so this year I decided to take it to the whole block.
After Neil McCallum found out about Operation Greenlight, he's invited more people to go big with the green.
Hopefully in future we can take it to the whole neighborhood to show our support for veterans.
The National Association of Counties made Operation Greenlight a countrywide initiative for people to display solidarity with American veterans.
Our veterans have made a big sacrifice for our freedoms, and I don't think we have honored them enough.
I'm more than happy to join in and do the green light.
Why green? It symbolizes the color many veterans have worn during their service, a color and emblem that hits home for these next-door neighbors.
I've had my father who served in the Army during World War II. My mother served in the Navy during World War II.
My father was in the military, my brother was in the military, and I retired as a captain in the Corps of Engineers, U.S. Army Reserve.
Both him and his neighbor hope that the lights can leave an impression that lasts beyond the holiday itself.
Well, I think there's certainly appreciation on days like this, Veterans Day, but I'm not so sure that there's enough appreciation throughout the whole year.
So many of the veterans of my era came home to nothing. With this outpouring of support, hopefully they will feel that their efforts were appreciated and their sacrifices were not in vain.
And that was Merrill Hubbard reporting. As mentioned, the neighborhood is keeping the lights up all week.
I love to see that. And just they're very proud when they mention their family members who have served in their own service and wanting to do more. Hopefully, this catches on. Something that more neighborhoods can do to show their appreciation for all the vets out there.
Yes, I know that's their goal, to spread the love. Yeah. So there it is.
All right, 6:38. Let's check in with Savannah, see what's coming up in your forecast. Hey.
Hey, definitely clear and cool right now. We'll see some sunshine later in the day, but how cool our temperatures are going to get towards mid to end week next week. I'll have that and the rain chances that are going to return.
And we're continuing our Veterans Day coverage live in the 608 this morning. I'm going to show you where veterans can get a free dinner in Baraboo. That's next.
The Hot Tub Swim Spa Expo is at Bachman's Pool Spas and Saunas this weekend only. Hundreds of hot tubs from major brands, all discounted. Hot tubs as low as $79 a month. Hot Tub Swim Spas and Saunas up to 40% off. Come save thousands this weekend at Bachman Pool Spas and Saunas.
Shop the largest selection of Chevy trucks and SUVs in Wisconsin at Bergstrom Chevrolet. Lease a new Silverado 1500 starting at $355 a month, or a 24 Equinox EV starting at $279 a month. Stop in or shop and purchase at BergstromMadison.com.
We're unboxing unbeatable values for your home every Friday in November. We're serving up style, a timeless extendable set with your choice of finishes, heights, and seating, all just $5.99. Because every day is like Black Friday when you dare to compare at Bob's.
Come on, baby. Don't be like that. We can get through this. I know we've had some hiccups, but I can't afford to lose you. A new furnace just isn't in my budget.
Worried about breaking the bank? Ask us about our monthly payment plans.
When you want to make junk disappear, leave it where it is. 1-800-GOT-JUNK is full-service junk removal. I've got a partner who lives down the street from you, and we're anxious to come to your rescue. All you have to do is point. Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
It's your thing. When you need inspiration, it's worth shopping Pick and Save. For thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals. And low prices that add up to big savings, like over $600 in digital coupons each week, and up to $2 off per gallon at the pump. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Are record high energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today.
The Hot Tub Swim Spa Expo is at Bachman's Pool Spas and Saunas this weekend only. Hot tubs from major brands, all discounted. Swim spas up to $20,000 off. Hot tub swim spas and saunas up to 40% off. Come save thousands this weekend at Bachman's Pool Spas and Saunas.
Thursday at 6, a transgender man serving time in the Dane County Jail.
It was made abundantly clear by the Dane County Jail that they didn't know what to do with me.
So he was sent for an extended stay in solitary confinement.
Really drains the humanity out of you being treated like that.
I'm looking into how inmates are classified for placement within the jail's limited space, especially those who are transgender.
We need to keep them safe not only from other residents, but from themselves sometimes.
Barriers behind bars. Thursday on News 3 Now at 6.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
It's 6:42. If you live in Middleton and have unpaid utility bills, the city will be transferring that balance to your property taxes. City officials say it applies to any balances charged before July. They'll be placed on property taxes this Friday. So to avoid this, the city says you must pay by midnight on Thursday. You can pay in person or by dropping off a check or money order at the drop box at the library. You can also pay online.
Well, here's something that may warm you up on a chilly November morning. The splash pad in the village of Oregon could soon look like this. So the Oregon Brooklyn Optimists and the school district received a grant from the state DNR. This is going to help them redevelop the recreational space. The grant totals $315,000. It adds to the $350,000 the organization has already raised. They still need $150,000 more, though, to fully fund the project. Organizers hope to start construction sometime next summer.
Let's check in now with meteorologist Savannah Brito, who's here now with your first warned weather. What's it looking like across the area this morning?
Well, it's definitely not looking like that last story. Summer sounds really good right now. We're waking up to temperatures that are near freezing level. We're still hanging on, though, to those mid to upper 30s, 36 in Madison. We did see clouds increase. That's why we're a little warmer here, but northwest of here, we have had areas all morning long that were widespread 20s, now actually warming back up because of that cloud cover that is moving in right now. 26 in Boscobel, 30 in Camp Douglas, 26 in Black River Falls, but they were the cool spot this morning. Still one of the cooler spots, but they actually held on to 18 for some time. Also south and eastward of Madison, that's where the warmest of the temperatures are going to be. Still a little warmer than what we had yesterday, not this morning, but later in the afternoon when temperatures are going to climb back to near 50 degrees. Most of us are looking at highs that are going to be in the upper 40s and then a little warmer, that trend continuing into the coming days. Rain set to return, though. I think that'll move in 5 to 6 p.m. tomorrow. So all day today will be dry, but we'll see some clouds increase and then especially tonight into tomorrow. But dinner time, that's when we're going to see rain move in tomorrow, and that will last into portions of Thursday. This is 8 p.m. Wednesday. Still the heaviest of the rain, probably tracking just to our south, but that will increase for most of Madison's coverage area. So there will be pockets of heavy rain, and it'll be fairly widespread that leading into Thursday morning. But you can see the area of circulation that's southwest of Monroe, that tracks in just to near the Janesville area, hence leaving us on the wet side of things even into Thursday mid to late morning. I still think we're going to be dealing with at least scattered showers, but then moving out of here after that. How much rain can we expect from this system? This is really our only decent chance of rain over the next couple of days. Slight chance returns over the weekend, but I do think this, roughly speaking, is going to come out of the system we see Wednesday night into Thursday. Probably looking at about around ½ an inch. A couple areas, mainly south of Madison, could pick up a little bit more, closer to an inch, especially those pockets and localized areas of heavier rain that we do see. Warming trend Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're back into the mid to upper 50s, and then cooler by mid to late week next week.
All right, Savannah, thanks. 6:45, let's check in and see what's going on in the 608 today. You know, we're continuing our Veterans Day coverage this morning with an opportunity for veterans to get a free dinner tonight.
Josh Prider is live in Baraboo this morning with how the community is coming together later today. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. So Veterans Day was yesterday, but we're continuing honoring our local veterans today here in Baraboo. We're at Baraboo Elks Lodge. This is where that free dinner is going to be happening for veterans later this evening. Eric Hintz is one of the leading officers here at Elks Lodge. Good morning to you, Eric.
Morning.
So this has been a huge tradition for you guys for many, many years.
It has. 30 plus years from what I can remember. I don't have an exact number for you, but we've been doing it for a long time. Usually what we did was spaghetti dinner, which was a all-you-can-eat type of thing, but we wanted to switch things up this year and see if we could bring some more people in. So we're going to do meatloaf with mashed potatoes, green beans. You're going to have a salad bar, a dinner roll, and some treats afterwards, and then obviously some camaraderie with your fellow veterans.
Oh, that sounds tasty. So 4:30 to 7:30 this evening. And, you know, what is the main purpose behind having an annual event like this?
It's basically just to give back to the veterans in our community for their service and their sacrifice that they've given our country. I'm a veteran myself, so it's an important thing for me to make sure that things like this continue on for our veterans.
You know, thank you for your service. And you talk about a community that really rallies behind, you know, all veterans. Baraboo is very special.
It is very special. It's a smaller, tight-knit community. We have 200 members from our Elks Club from the Baraboo area. We have a large core group of people that help us do all of this stuff and help us cook. A lot of us have full-time jobs and we volunteer afterwards. Everything we do is a volunteer basis. So just having that, you know that your community is standing behind you.
So this dinner is just one of the many things that you guys have going on year-round. You have a lot of programs that really gets you guys out front and center in the community, too.
We do. We have a couple different veterans programs we do. Every beginning of the year, we have $1,000 that we get from our Elks National Fund, which is a grant that's given to us. I buy some gift cards for the veterans in the area. We give that to the Veteran Service Office here in Sauk County, and they give it to veterans in need on a whatever basis they decide to give out the cards to. One of the other events that we do, we hooked up with, I forgot the name of the organization. It's basically a canine organization that trains service animals. For veterans with disabilities. With our community and the Elks, with their generous donations, we've raised over $10,000, and we're able to sponsor two different dogs for vets with disabilities, which was a huge community effort, and it was a very popular thing that we did in the community for veterans. Some of the other things that we do, we have a special needs prom that we do every other year. I know the community knows a lot about that. When we're not doing that on the off years, our sister lodge, Portage, they do it on the other years, so that way special needs kids and adults alike can go every single year, and it's just an event for them to not worry about anything and relax. Everything is paid for. They get food, they get dancing, they get music. All the dresses and the tuxes are donated to us as well, so it's just a fun event for them. One of the other things we do, which is coming up here soon in December 14th, which is a Saturday, it's our 107th kids Christmas party. So it's been going on for 107 years.
It's a long time.
It is a long time. Even some of our older members remember doing this when they were kids. So it's a really great event. They get to meet Santa. They get a stocking filled with goodies. We have a magic show this year. We have all kinds of different little tables that they can do different events like hot cocoa, and they get to decorate cookies. So it's a really neat event for the community.
All right, so people are interested in it today, of course, free for veterans, but other folks are invited as well.
Absolutely. So if you have a veteran and if your spouse wants to come along and they're not a veteran, it's just $10 for the plate. If they have kids that want to come along, it's $5 for a kid's plate. So by all means, if you're not a veteran, you can still stop in and have something hot to eat, and it's hopefully going to be a good meal. It's the first year we're doing meatloaf, but I have some confidence that it's going to be pretty good.
I'm sure it's going to be great. Well, Eric, thank you again, and thank you again for your service.
Thank you very much for having us on here. We really appreciate it.
You bet. Of course, if you'd like to learn more about the Veterans Day dinner, you can go to this story up on channel3000.com. Again, here Baraboo Elks Lodge from 4:30 to 7:30 this evening, guys.
All right, Josh, thank you so much. What a great event.
I know. It's the least that they could do for the veterans who have done so much for us. Josh Spreiter, thanks for telling us all about it.
Coming up in the morning sprint, a warning about how kids are able to access electronic cigarettes.
If you have a little kiddo turning 3 soon, send us a picture. We'll show it on TV. We're back with the morning sprint right after this.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Let the design team at Waunakee Furniture ETC turn your design dreams into reality. With customized solutions and quality products, our passion and expertise will help turn your room into a dream space.
Bring quality home at Waunakee Furniture ETC.
Quartz takes a different approach to health insurance. We know every life well lived is a journey, and we're here to light the way at every step. That's why for 40 years, we've been alongside the doctors and hospitals who know what their communities need. Because they're a part of them. Because we're a part of them. There's a fire burning in all of us. Let's ignite it together. Quartz. Find your spark.
I would never forget the picture that I have. I'm the only one that's not smiling. Even though I'm with my close friends, I felt alone. I didn't feel pretty. I didn't feel confident. When I got Invisalign, I built my confidence. It was the best investment that I could do.
These hands are working hands. My hands are the most important tools I have. You need to take care of them. That's where O'Keeffe's comes in.
It's America's #1 selling hand cream for guaranteed relief.
If it works for these hands, it'll work for yours.
Also available in O'Keeffe's Lip Repair.
Struggling with moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis? Talk to your doctor about #1 prescribed Entyvio, offering 2 maintenance options, including the Entyvio pen. Infusion and serious allergic reactions can happen during or after treatment. Entyvio may increase risk of infection, which can be serious. PML, a rare, potentially fatal brain infection, cannot be ruled out. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, sores, or are prone to infections. Liver problems can occur. Entyvio, relief, remission for real.
Entyvio, Entyvio, Entyvio.
Stanton Optical believes eye care should be affordable. Right now, for only $135, you get 2 pairs of progressives, plus all this. All that costs over $200 everywhere else. Book your eye exam today. Stanton Optical, easy's our thing. Welcome to Too Good to Guess. Can you guess how much 2 pairs of progressives, a free eye exam, and anti-glare lens upgrade will cost at Stanton Optical? Only $135? Wow, a deal so good, every customer wins. Book your eye exam at Stanton Optical today.
With Chevy trucks, be ready for adventure. With power you can count on. Capability that doesn't compromise. A hard-working EV with more range than any competitor and the potential to take you anywhere. Find your red tag. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Plus, get $3,750 total value on this Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC help you find your inspiration and transform your room. Every style, every budget, our creativity, passion, and expertise will help you design your dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Habitat for Humanity of Dane County. Donate or volunteer.
6:53, time for the morning sprint.
Senior advisor to the Badger football team, Jack Del Rio, is leaving his position. It comes after police arrested him for operating while intoxicated last Friday in Madison. It happened at the intersection of South Sago Road and Keating Terrace. Police say Del Rio crashed into a street sign, broke a fence, and ended up in a yard. Wisconsin hosts Oregon this Saturday.
Madison police investigating a shots fired incident. It happened on the east side Friday night around 8 o'clock. Officers responded to the area of Mesta Lane and Commercial Avenue. They found more than 24 shell casings. No word on any injuries or property damage, but if you have information, call Madison Area Crime Stoppers.
Happening today, a former member of the Air National Guard will learn his fate in court. Jack Teixeira pleaded guilty in March to retention and transmission of classified information. It related to national defense. Supervisors alleged he took notes on classified information he did not need for his job. Teixeira could face over 16 years in prison.
Also learning her fate in court today is the ex-treasurer for former Congressman George Santos. Nancy Marks pleaded guilty to a fraud conspiracy charge. She's implicated her former boss in a scheme to embellish his campaign finance reports with a fake loan and fake donors. Her plea agreement recommends that she serve 3.5 to 4 years in prison.
The man charged with an attempted assassination of President-elect Donald Trump is in court today. Ryan Ruth is alleged to have aimed a rifle towards Trump at a golf course in West Palm Beach. This happened back on September 15th. The FBI says Ruth never fired his weapon. Judge Aileen Cannon hopes to confirm a trial date today.
A new study from the journal JAMA Network Open highlights loopholes through which kids could access e-cigarettes. Researchers looked at e-cigarette deliveries from 78 websites and found that 105 of the deliveries, only once did the deliverers ever scan the recipient's ID. Some deliveries went through the U.S. Postal Service.
CBS News projects Democrat Ruben Gallego will win the Arizona Senate race. He'll beat Trump-backed Republican Kari Lake by around 2%. Gallego will take the seat which Kirsten Sinema previously held. Sinema, a former Democrat turned independent, decided not to run for re-election. Despite the result, Republicans have already secured control of the Senate.
Well, some clouds that are moving back in, helping temperatures warm up at least a little bit. We'll see daytime highs approach 50. Then we're down to 36 tonight. It's another chilly night that'll be similar at least across Madison and Dane County compared to what we woke up with this morning. And then rain moves in tomorrow.
All right, so some cold, some rain, prepare.
Yes.
Fun.
Not really.
We're back in 30.